Okay, so today we are going to cook a roast, beef blade roast. I'm gonna prep it for you. I'm gonna cut it in two because it's just me and not the kids this week. So I can't eat 1.4 kgs in a single serving. I don't really like leftovers. So let's begin with cutting it up. Cool. Now this is literally from scratch, so actually, you know what? Let's use. There we go. Cool. So let's do it up. All right. So lots of paper towel. I'll show you how I do it exactly. Let you just kind of get off all the extra moisture in a series of events. So let's just grab that right there. Boom, shakalaka, holy. That is fatty. So I'm gonna roast, I think, the least fatty today because I'll keep the fatty side for more of like a pot roast style, where we wrap it in tin foil and slow cook it and let the fat render down itself, creating like a nice little puddle of fat, and man, it just soaks up into the meat and it just rips apart, really like a slow pull pork sandwich style. Yeah, just brilliant. Anyway, let's get going here. All right, see the least, what do we got here? Yeah, more fatty side, less fatty side. So exactly like I just told you, right down the middle. Nice, even back and forth motions. Look at that butterfly. Whoop. Butterfly effect. Brilliant. And I'm just gonna put that in the bag right away. See you later on next week. Okay, now I like to do just a quick little wrap here. Sorry, my bad. Just so, there we go. Doesn't stick so much to the bag when it's frozen, and all that extra moisture soaked up. Actually similar to what that's used for. Everybody knows this style of getting the air out. If you've ever, oh yeah, cool. Goes in the freezer for later. Actually, yeah, let's do it. This is what I do. So we have, look at that, easy peasy. Water and soy sauce. Okay. We have water to the base of this to help keep the meat moist during the cooking process. That oven will absolutely help dry that out if not. And soy sauce because it helps with the salt profile. And again, whatever is soaked up by the meat, instead of just blanket water, getting that UK broil effect taste completely out of the way, we're just going to use soy sauce in the water. Okay, now, because roasts tend to shrink, I like sticking them with those things. Sorry, my mind is going drawing a blank here. Skewers, that's right. Using some skewers to hold it up so as it kind of warps in there, it stays upright. And yeah, it helps really collect all of the flavor profiles here. Speaking of flavor, let's put our dry rub on. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar or don't know how to make your own dry rub, I've already made a video that you guys can look up on how to make it, okay? My special mix. I use this for a lot of my pork and a lot of my beef. Mainly beef, lots of beef there. But yeah, definitely go check that out. Bing. Cool. All right, first things first, let's get a binder. I like the Kraft BBQ. Call it is what it is. I think the flavor generally comes from this right here. So, it's gonna get a little bit messy, so let's prep some more paper towel. All right, now, Now I'm just laying down a bed of spices because after I put the binder on here, I'm just gonna lay it right down on there and we can already start on one of the sides because we will season every side of this with the rub. Maximum taste. Now again, I'm cut the roast in half because it's just me. All you're going to do with more of the roast, oh, that's a shame, is cook it just a little bit longer and a tad bit lower than what we're gonna do here today. Turn that on the hot. Straight away here. Unfortunately, that piece is gone. Goodbye. Sorry, cow. I don't like wasting pieces of you, but. All right, cool. Now let's get this out of the way. Okay. As you can see, generous, because we season all sides in this house, right? Season all sides, boom. Now again, I just use a paper towel because it just kind of helps collect and I can bounce some of that excess seasoning off. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Cool. Awesome. And flip. Boom, look at that. Perfect. Cool. So we're going to take one of the skewers here, grab our roast. Awesome. Now I like to put the fatty side down in this generally. Generally you want it on top so it soaks down, but beef blade roasts are very, very fatty. So I really don't mind sacrificing some of that in the cook. In fact, I even recommend you sacrifice some of that in the cook here. Now again, these skewers, when this all dries up, it might twist, it might contend. This butcher string here, right here, it's tight, right? So as it cooks, it's generally going to want to warp to one side. This helps stabilize it and make sure it doesn't fall over. Awesome. And I just take this, anything excess, boom, give that a little shake. And there you have the initial steps to prep. I do a secondary sauce that I do later on in the roast. So you can join me with that sometime next video here. All right, again, don't forget to check out how I make that rub here. Hope you guys have a great night. Take care.